back. I'm Negi,
This is Toast.
and we're currently questioning the lady.
And we're trying. We just found out that she stole a glass from the crime scene.
Yep. Anyway, let's continue. It would seem she, nowhere to fucking God.
He had a handbag!
A handbag, a hat, a fucking dress, the size of Kalamazoo. Can't hide a gun. God.
I swear to God, this lady has that sneak perk, like from Vegas, where you can sneak all the guns.
1911 to 39 millimeters, 12 sticks of dynamite, a pipe bomb, 14 switchblades, 3 submachine guns.
Oh my God.
God, The Russian Badger demonstrates it the best.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Wait, I didn't get to read that. Go back. Wait, go down.
I'm sorry, that was...
It would seem she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying. It could hold a glass, it could hold a gun.
Yeah. especially,
A handbag, you say?
especially if it's the gun we think it is.
Yes, Your Excellency. A small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in English. England.
So the beautiful lady was very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. Objection, bitch. This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end, it comes to nothing. No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already.
Objection! We now have the fucking evidence! Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removes the glass.
Oh my God, Judge.
I think henceforth we will consider the matter to have no bearing on the case.
Bro.
Objection! Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement?
Hell no.
No. Well, no, really. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. So, she took the glass away in her handbag.
The glass or the
Is there
handbag?
something deeper The handbag. Put the glass in her handbag, you said.
Yes, do try to keep up. It has already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items.
A little while ago, Miss Press stated the following. There's no pocket in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag,
Got him.
in which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun.
Ooh.
You're right. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that.
What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard?
It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard from the defendant when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire the gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will.
You can't seriously be suggesting.
Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Did you did you or did you not search Miss Jezebel Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? No, sir, I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. Order, order, order.
What is the meaning of this, Inspector?
The meaning of what, Prosecutor Oshin?
Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag to show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations.
Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Kazuma? Clearly, he literally just said it.
Yeah.
What a sorry situation. Clearly, you have no faith in the police.
I mean, I would after that.
You okay? As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary. Unnecessary in what way? I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about.
Oh, how convenient.
This photographic print. Why? Oh. Oh, fuck.
I mean, that still doesn't mean she couldn't.
Wait. Go to court record. Image 3. Item 3. It's the same thing, just from a different angle.
We're not going this way, isn't it?
No, that prior one. This one. Yeah, yep, that's... Okay. Now press B. Press B again. See his hand, everything lines up. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Immediately after the shooting, the gun was still in her hand? As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Delight never. You can see right to what's inside. That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. So the content are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. I hate flashbacks.
Fair.
For personal reasons.
Fair enough.
As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Fred's guilty here. Thank you for helping prove that, Narahara. Okay. Am I missing some detail? Cause... God. Okay.
I mean, there's a couple things I'm thinking.
The gun is either in her hand as she left.
Which that
He's concealing that. God,
or it's like hidden in her hat or something.
yeah. Order. Inspector Hosonaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Fuck. She... God. Okay. Certainly, Your Excellency. Because I'm doing all the voices. Can you grab one more coffee?
Mm-hmm.
I think you've had long enough to cross-examine the witness, Count. You okay? Are you okay? The court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photograph print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance, I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter. I must make my ruling. Indeed. And there's only one logical conclusion.
That the pathetic Rudiki slumped over on the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of the crime.
No. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around. I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start. Ellipses. Vichy ellipses.
Vichy ellipses.
Kazuma. Ellipses. I'm sorry, Rihanosuke. Exclamation! Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. What? I mean, this is it? Ellipses. Defeated. Ellipses.
I must say, you put on quite the fight for a rookie student, but the weak are meat while the strong eat. You are wasting your time. There is no way to defeat true justice. A fact that you can chew on your heart's content from the inside of your cell.
This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? And Kazuma. His dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma. What? Is there really no chance now of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about the last photograph the detective provided that we can contest. Which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. Very well. We will now proceed immediately to the ruling.
It seems they will be able to report to the British government on time after all.
That smug little.
Yes!
Can you check the records real quick? Not, I meant the history. Ryunosuke Naruhata, having considered all of the evidence placed before me, I hereby find you... Yes! Wait, Your Excellency! Ryunosuke. I don't think you can rule on this case yet.
Objection!
Ah, the good old bluff. This amateurness is getting tedious. When Your Excellency deems the trial is over, he gives his ruling, and that is the most basic protocol of the courtroom.
Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photograph print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt on this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now that means that if there's a problem with the evidence, some significant detail I mean, then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question.
Objection!
This is a blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman carrying on that day in question.
No.
There's no problem with this evidence.
No, there is. The hand. Better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke. There was blood on the hand. I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the defendant has not undergone the court's scrutiny. Look at his hand. However, I fail to see I can glean any new information from this handbag. It's not the handbag. There's blood.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Sorry. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezing.
And I even noticed the hand earlier.
Yeah.
And noticed the correlation. How did I miss the blood? Yes, I'm desperate. But this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on it. Very well. I will grant the defense one final opportunity.
What?
But, behold, if I am unsatisfied with your response, here the trial will be over with an immediate effect. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Your Excellency. So take another look at the photograph. Print Inspector. Osanaga submitted before. I screwed that up. But it's clearly the blood there.
Yeah.
You will identify for the court where in the print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded.
Yes!
Look at this, here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description. He grabbed the
Alleged.
gun before it went off.
Objection!
Dear me, and I was pondering what new piffle you would come up with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist? Clearly has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag.
Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem exam. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he did not note it in his report.
What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea what the victim suffered this burn, do we? There's no possible way of knowing either. I call bullshit.
Revolver cylinders! Okay, give me a second, I'll be right back. I'm grabbing the revolver. Okay, so... Okay, so I have a replica revolver in my hand now. It is a replica, I'm mentioning that again. It is an airsoft gun. So, basically, notice the shape of that.
Yeah.
Notice the shape here. What does that feel like?
I mean, yeah, but...
It's the extension of one of the chambers.
I'm not...
Wait.
I'm not... Can I just...
Oh fuck. I clearly overthought this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... But your theories fucking...
Oh, that fucking hurt. It is a cow. It's a cow. Okay, yeah, Negi's an idiot. The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Aoshi pointed out, unless a firm connection to the case can be placed, I cannot allow further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn. I'm an idiot. Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff. She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now.
Of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer.
Objection.
I'm quite sure His Excellency will have to give his final ruling anyway.
Ellipsis. What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with this case? To be honest, but if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over.
The bluff.
So I was thinking I could keep digging and digging and hope I might uncover something useful. You're already in a hole, might as well dig out.
Right.
Yes, you're right. I am. We can just link the burn to the case. If we can do that, we might be able to prize this prize the shutting door back open. Pry the shutting door back open. That is a sentence.
Just give up, Consul. You can't promisely hope to do that.
That's it. I'm afraid that without evidence, I cannot allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture. We had evidence.
We do have
Evidence that irrefutably links the burn on the victim's wrist to this case. Then you would allow it?
And I already pointed out
I would, yes.
that we do have evidence. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Because I was thinking. I demonstrated my thought. I demonstrated it.
No, but we made
It
it.
matched too. To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that part. Neither had I. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face.
Also, the British spelling of color.
Allure?
Yeah.
I have to find some link between the burn and the case. Oh yeah, for the record, your voice sounds way deeper in recordings.
Mine does too.
Like, our voices sound way sexier in recordings.
Oh, well. Even mine.
Yes.
Um,
No offense, of course.
I think my voice sounds awful in recordings.
Okay. It sounds like the mature office woman type.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I actually sound kind of awesome. So, personally, I think I don't understand what's making our voices sound deeper, but it is neither intentional. But honestly, I find it to sound nice.
Okay.
Of course, that's just my opinion. Anyway. This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means. Susan, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. It's evidence that demonstrates the inexorable connection between the victim's burn and the trial.
Yes!
What's this, Counselor? Yet another print? Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention.
I concur.
When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forever.
Do hurry up, Rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further would really be quite inexcusable.
Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer if you don't mind, Miss Brett.
Ellipses.
You see, it's very clearly visible on the other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusual shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. But how?
Objection!
You cannot fool me with your little bluffs, boy. And this is your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show me the court exactly what you mean.
Yeah, you already showed me.
Yep.
Yes!
The beefsteak?
Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on. Is a plate. Ah!
Your Excellency, are you alright?
As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival. Ugh. This emblem. This emblem on the plate. And the victim's burn are exactly the same shape.
Ah!
Okay. But what does that prove? Ryunosuke, you genius! So what?
I mean, it proves he got the burn at the restaurant, but I mean, you have a good point, so whatever that.
It would be her meal.
Why was he near her meal? Because we still haven't figured out why he's sitting by her food.
You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered the burn while he was present at the restaurant.
Wait, you know how he's by the food? And it was her food?
Yeah.
That means the glass on the that was left on the table was hers. Why'd she take his glass?
Okay, let's continue.
Objection!
But even if that's the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before, or the day before that. It most likely happened at some other unrelated time.
Well,
Objection!
sadly, Prosecutor Aoshi, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks.
Why?
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? Can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly.
But
I would say, looking at the picture, the wound that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mid-burn, that's for sure.
oh wait,
Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. The plate was around 90 degrees centigrade. A burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. It's inconceivable that the victim would have wouldn't have let out a scream of pain. I have been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation.
But you're a detective, not a waiter.
Yes!
There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burned themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that. And yet, Inspector Osanaga never heard the professor scream. Not on that day, or before it. Okay. Okay,
Hey, we're back.
that's right. And the strange thing is...
Whee!
on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. Oh wait, I gave Ryunosuke Kazuma's voice. Oh shit.
Ryunosuke is...
Mishi Ryunosuke.
Yeah, Ryunosuke's not that mean.
What are you suggesting? Well, the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for something like 3 seconds that day. That would be beyond careless, I think, Hansler. Then, the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, the old antique dealer, all of us would, without question, have heard him scream. Unless he was already dead.
Yeah.
He got shot across the table, slumped over, and the steak was his, and he was ignoring the doctor's advice.
Yeah, but why didn't anybody hear the gunshot?
They did. And they thought it was Ryunosuke. So, I'll go through this. So, Ryunosuke picks up gun, lady shoots the professor, professor dies, slumps over, his head is now on the table, his wrist on the pan.
And then somebody moved the body.
Yup. For the autopsy or to gather evidence. And she didn't take his glass.
But she said...
took hers.
Yeah, but she said she was eating the steak. But are you saying she lied?
Oh yeah, she easily lied. And I think he ignored the dentist. Because you know what? A lot of people ignore medical professionals.
Especially with dentists when they tell you to floss.
Hey, I try to floss.
I was talking more about me.
I mean, I'm not great about it, but at least I try to remember to. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Aoshi?
Well, yes, I suppose.
So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream?
Explanation marks.
I think it was my explanation. I almost don't believe it. Ryunosuke, do you think? Can it really be true? He got shot, slumped over, and burnt his wrist while he was dead.
Which means he was already...
Never dreamed I'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe we've been led into a terrible trap.
It's a trap.
There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson was already deceased. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible. Apart from, in one particular situation. Counsel, are you suggesting? Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead. Already? Well, wait, that's your line.
Already?
Dead?
Ellipses.
Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead.
That's madness!
Order, please. Counsel explains this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot.
That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student. But clearly he has no grasp of the facts.
Objection!
No, Prosecutor Aoshi. It's you who has no grasp of the facts.
I beg your pardon.
As soon as it becomes apparent that the victim had suffered a burn while at the restaurant, this whole case has turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. It's true, as we now believe that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard. It's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it.
Ellipses.
Oh! I think I get it! The glass was poisoned. And that's why she took it, because it was evidence. And then shot him as it was picked up as a distraction. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. Meaning the cause of death was poison. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement.
But, Your Excellency. Ellipses.
The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Ellipses.
What was that smile?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help.
Zzz.
Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours. Ah, Miss Brett, you speak Japanese? Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country after all.
Oh my.
I know she's a fucking bitch, isn't she?
But Sim, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now?
My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world.
You
As a-
fucking imperialist asshole.
As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible.
She is an imperialist. My god, that was fucking brutal.
But it seems the men of this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to your communicating with you all on your own level. Oh, well, you are the epitome of true English gentlewoman. We are truly honored by this lavish consideration of you so graciously afford us.
I see. In that case, Ms. Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Vincent. I thought they were gonna do like a botched translation thing to fuck with us, but no, she's just an asshole.
Yeah, she's just
God.
a racist asshole. Ellipses.
God, what a witch of a bitch. Oh. So, we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke.
The victim's death. Unfortunately, I had no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible causes of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way the man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please, do show me. But of course, this country's superior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Oh my god.
Fortunately, she's probably fucking right about that last part, though.
But it kind of gave it away.
Yep.
That most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you. She's a goddamn asshole.
Yeah.
Easy does it.
I hope that the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone.
You're a goddamn asshole.
Not at all, not at all. It's a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems that very clear from your testimony that the boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. The Minister of Justice? May the irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Ahem.
Amen.
Oh, amen. Stupid person.
Huh? Okay. Is that prayer then? Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with the cross-examination now.
Explanation mark.
I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much.
Ellipses.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial, are you sure? If you fail to demonstrate any problems with the witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? Okay. Yes, Your Excellency. Then you may proceed to the cross-examination.
The victim's death. Okay. Save real quick.
Wait.
Just in case.
Wait, does pressing cause issues?
Well, I sometimes if you like press all of them but don't like present anything, that'll be a game over when the judges talk like that. So just in case, I'm saving.
Okay, go to the next one. I don't want to press anything. Press.
Oh wait.
Press that.
Yes!
outside before. You were drinking carbonated water, is that right?
Dr. Wilson only permitted to drink water at the time, as if you remember, which explains why he ordered that drink, correct, Lena?
Exactly as you say, sir. Hello.
Although?
Whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that.
Damn you. I've had enough English to understand that, at least. For the benefit of others in the court, it means bless you.
God, that is... Okay, so both host and I do have some experience with languages outside of English from high school. Now that does not make us any professionals by
Oh, no.
any extent of the word. I want to make that clear. But I think we both know how dumb it makes both of us feel when we screw up something like that, because I have.
Me too.
And then I found out later and I was like, oh my god, I'm such a fucking idiot. I think that means the exact opposite.
Anyway. Do I press?
Okay. Check 4 and 5. Go to 4. Okay. Show me. 5. Okay. Do 3, 5, 4.
So,
Yeah.
press
Yes!
3.
We're not gonna press 1.
Okay.
That's right. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma.
Yes. Luckily for all of us, the little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And that is as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death. Which could only have been a bullet from the gunshot you put in the innocent man's life.
But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that is true. If it had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. But if the victim burnt his wrists on the hot plate soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must already have had died at that point.
Objection!
Okay, they don't cool off that quickly. I worked at Applebee's, so I know how these
Yeah.
plates work. They don't cool off that quick. And yet, the fact that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest, until you were able to show the court evidence to prove this, this is a complete waste of time.
I concur. Prosecutor Aoshi is right. Please no. Okay, we got it. 5, 5, 5. Yeah. Press.
Yes!
So we can figure out what she means. Inferior? What do you mean by that?
In the lands of Great Britain and the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once, and that is the end of it. Isn't that so? Quite right, Lady La Caraval is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident. Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. Wait,
Go over to him.
It doesn't even occur to your native detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand. Haha, a killer blow. The lady is formidable as she is beautiful.
That killing blow was to you, numbskull.
Yeah.
God. Amazing. Oh wait, I gave him Cosmo's Whiskin. He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Aoshi is finally starting to see sense. I very much doubt that. Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. There's a moment before when something didn't quite seem right. What do you think, Ryanosuke?
It wouldn't let me go over to him.
I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspected. She is a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over. But that would mean we have to find a way. There must be some clue, blah blah blah, we need to ask.
Yeah.
Kazuma. What Ryanosuke? There is one thing I noticed, something that's bothering me. Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett? No, actually, no. It's him! About the person standing next to her. Inspector Hosonaga. The detective? Yes, seems to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant, if it might present an opening, maybe. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on the last statement. One more time. Do you think so? If you think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. Alright then. Wonder what Cosmo's thinking. Oh, wait, that was I'll find out soon enough, I suppose, once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going. So statement 5.
Yes!
Press, then
Wait.
and then go over to him. D-pad, 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 D-pad.
I'm pressing the D-pad.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Why is he so bothered by consistently? That's one thing I don't understand. Like, you should only really get one genuine reaction.
I mean, yeah, but it's...
I know it's a video game. Anyway, the detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why? Yes, why? Till now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. Couple number 4. Voice thing hurts my throat. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. That could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean?
Tutorial time.
When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. God, he's beautiful.
I know it.
However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. Right. Look at it. God, his theme is glorious. He's lost in his own thoughts. God, Kazuma, you bishi!
I know, right?
It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought. God, he's so fucking glorious! God, how beautiful he is!
I know.
Sorry. Pursue? I'll explain how to do it now. Inosuke, it's all to do with the witness marker. The marker? At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. By moving the mark left and right with D-pad, you can turn your attention to other people on the stand. While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with a button. If you can catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people in the stand, please take a good look around. Alright then. So first I should move the marker across with D-pad and focus on the detective. Then pursue him with A button. And see what is on his mind. Here we go.
Yes.
Wait.
There we go. Fun.
D-pad.
Excuse me.
It's going slow because it's a tutorial.
Rah! Him. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to shock you. He's really lost in his thoughts deeply. It looks like you were thinking of something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard the lady next to you had... Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say. If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? It is the local English woman who is testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh. Is that how it works? Absolutely not. The detective is on the stand, which makes him a valid witness.
Ooh, loopholes.
Yes, not to mention the fact that he is he's intimately involved with the case. I can't read.
The sign can't stop.
Yeah. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett?
No.
Well, yes. If you don't mind, I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Sato Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'm telling you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from a scene of the crime. Oh my god!
He's stealing evidence too. Why is everybody stealing evidence?
It's preserving evidence, you see. Jesus Christ! I mean...
Bro.
I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done.
Bro, you fine.
What is... Scene thief? Oh my god.
And I don't know, what should she be charged with? Contempt of court? For stealing from a crime scene?
Technically, he urged her to do it. So, technically, nothing as of yet, I'd say.
Fair enough.
Maybe a little bit of perjury, but... Yeah, I'm not a lawyer.
Fair.
Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example.
The bottle.
Is that... This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now.
Yeah.
But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. You can see it. It's poisoned! And she dumped out her glass. I bet if we dare her to drink it...
Actually, yeah, remember how he said he wasn't sure if he drank any of the wine? I think after he died, she switched to glasses.
Okay. For my voice.
Oh wait, that doesn't make any sense because the glass left on the table and stuff. It's still very interesting.
Unless he ignored the doctor, as I'm saying. But let's assume he's a good boy and does as the doctor says. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming, I guarantee it. I cannot say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. Okay. Court record, please. Glass bottle, can we do a 3D examination?
Eee.
Okay, can we zoom in? Okay, they can't recognize it. Please? I think it's French. This must be a very expensive water? Yes, but what the... Let's go to France and ask. You could just say you don't know.
Okay, we can't zoom, but I think...
Wait, what about through the cork? Can we ask about the water inside it?
That's what I'm trying to, like... Apparently not, but...
Okay.
No!
Oh my god! It's probably poison!
And even if it's not, bro, that's evidence. Yeah, so he's one.
You should go drinking evidence. I said that without even saying, thinking that it was Cosmo's line. She's like, you can't go drinking evidence. 3 of us are like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Stupid experience in more ways than one. See? I wonder. There be anything in this water? Yes, there is. Probably poison. What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden. I think I might have worked out something. An interesting possibility. Exclamation.
Okay.
Okay, so...
I think that's it.
Okay, so...
Just can't go.
Miss Brett, can you confirm that this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day the victim's death?
Yes, it was that bottle.
What was that about? She seems to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. We still haven't seen her eyes.
Nope, we have not.
Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. The inspector will kindly control his fervor.
I think.
Okay. Let me read a second.
I think it's either 3 or 5.
Let's check for real quick.
Oh wait, no.
If it's 4,
Yeah, wait.
if there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. Press then present.
Yes!
Without leaving a trace? If someone oh wait.
If someone is shot or strangled or stabbed or thrown from a height, how a person's life is taken, there's always a telltale trace on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hasadaka?
So you said, I was in for a flawless investigation. There would be physical traces with all these causes of death. That's true. Maybe there is some way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark.
If heaven forbid you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Oh no, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. Hachi will cut you down, or cut down anyone who dares cast such aspirations.
Way of killing someone that leaves no trace. We need some evidence to back us up here.
Okay.
We have it.
Yeah.
Yes, evidence.
Yep.
And now, for present, the bottle.
The bottle.
Yes!
What is this? Is a bottle of water? Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison.
Poison.
On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water, and the gunshot was a distraction for the actual cause of death.
Plus, wasn't she like a medical student?
She would have easy access to various chemicals. Most medicines are actually poisons in really small doses.
Yeah.
Could it be that there was a poison inside?
Ellipses.
Could it be that the professor actually died from taking a sip from his glass? Orta. On that day, he was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink. There's only person who could. That is typed wrong.
Yeah, there's only a person who could find
There's only one person who could possibly have done it.
And the translation.
They did fine. Jezebel Brett, it was you. They did fine. It's like how I explained about the closing team.
Yeah.
They did 99.99 things amazing. Why are you complaining about the one thing they did wrong?
Fair enough. This is
Bethesda
outrageous.
does many things wrong, but people love them for that.
True. This is outrageous to suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence. Yeah, because they had to port this game to Switch, and then they had to translate the whole thing. You little rookie imbecile, have you ever considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten now? We have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire. Have you even the biggest inkling of your rash accusations that could jeopardize the entire trip?
Objection!
This is not a political error. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime.
What?
The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth.
Ahem. If I may, I will silence you forever.
Yeah.
It is you who should be silenced. Of course. Dear lady.
Where'd that come from? She just snapped.
I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies.
I am sorry, my lady. To what are you referring?
I described your police force as inferior, but no matter how inferior you may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. This bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not.
did? Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. And what did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests of every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find no trace of poison or any description in the bottle of carbonated. No trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water or accents. I said it in my normal voice because I was fucking it up.
Fair enough.
What? Are you sure? The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself. Oh, no! I'm still convinced it's a hat gun.
I'm very grateful to you all, very grateful to all you Japanese. You successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you. But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours.
So sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was just poisoned. Thank you, counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, toxin. Oh my god. He checked for toxins. If it was I forget what's called. Sleeping med. It knocked him out.
Oh.
What if the chemical was and it lost its fizzle? Components can be lost in carbonation or can produce results similar to carbonation. Anyway, let's continue. So, he got knocked out, got burned, then shot. The shot was done for. The shot was what killed him.
Okay.
The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Britt.
Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further evidence to present the court at this time? Kazuma? I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. I have nothing further.
Well, if you excuse me now, I really must be leaving.
Court record, please.
Hold it!
Oh, Sasato. Please wait.
Isn't that... What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Sasato Mikurata, Judicial Assistant of the Defense.
Mikatola? In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth. What? To be continued. Well, you guys heard it. To be continued.